你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Who did Xiao Zhan Tiantai blockbuster come from? Not the studio, but the one who spoke for Xiao Zhan last year. Xiao Zhan's pet fan is a well-known thing. Otherwise, these little girls will not be called princesses of rice circles. No matter what holidays, Xiao Zhan will never forget these little girls who have been waiting to accompany him. Perhaps Peter Pan's demand for grain release is too voluminous these days, so the studio will update blogs one after another in the middle of the night and bring it for everyone. The static version of Xiao Zhan and the dynamic version of Xiao Zhan's rooftop blockbuster. Although Zhigongji's photos are static, they are inexplicably lonely and sad. Is this young man in a foreign land homesick? You must know that Xiao Zhan has not been home for the new year for 2 consecutive years. This kind of festival is running around in various itineraries. I still hope that Xiao Zhan can take a long vacation for himself, accompany your parents and relatives well. Of course, this idea is quite extravagant, because Xiao Zhan is a well-known workaholic. In his current situation, taking a holiday for yourself is not realistic. For Xiao Zhan's photos, the viewing process of the big and small fascia is as follows. First lick the face, and then bring the microscope to observe each photo. This is not the case with careful fans. In Xiao Zhan Zhigonga, there was a figure of the assistant fat man who was surprised. From the perspective of the fatty assistant, he should be venting the wind for Xiao Zhan. Although they took photos on the unmanned bridge late at night, but the assistant releases by the side to avoid unnecessary things from happening. Although the assistant in black suits the night, but it is still difficult to escape the fate of being discovered by fans. Although Xiao Zhan's photos of Zhigonga are dark, but I have to say that the shot is very high-end, and it feels like a blockbuster. Each picture is full of artistic conception. Fans praise the increasing level of studio photography. Whoever thought that the real photographer is not the studio? It is a photographer who has worked with Xiao Zhan many times. On the morning of the 21st, photographer Zhang Ruigengbo shared 9 grey photos of Xiao Zhan, and with the text, "The last set of shooting that day ended. It was very late and the lights on the overpass were very dim, and I didn't turn on the flash." War in the moonlight. Although the color system is dark, but it better captures the unique atmosphere of Xiao Zhan. I think this photographer is no stranger to everyone. Xiao Zhan's Mengjiu advertising blockbuster was also produced by the photographer. When Xiao Zhan was attacked by cybercrime last year, he took the risk of being attacked online to speak up for Xiao Zhan, prove that there is no problem with his character. I think everyone still remembers Mr. Fashion, which was cancelled by CP fans last year. The material of the magazine at that time was taken by the photographer. The editor-in-chief of the magazine chatted with Xiao Zhan for 3 hours. Just as the photographer said that an artist can say so many things in a down-to-earth manner, the content will be very good, saying a lot of what he has in mind. This is also the first time that Xiao Zhan has spoken after the digital incident. But because the CP powder sneaked away the material, the magazine was cancelled. It was not sent out. If the magazine came out at that time, Xiao Zhan may be able to avoid such a long period of cyber violence. At least he won't be unprovoked insults for a year. Unfortunately, there is no if. The magazine was cancelled because of CP fans. And Xiao Zhan also experienced such a long period of cyber violence. This cyber violence has not stopped yet. After Mr. Fashion was cancelled, the black fans said with a rhythm that Xiao Zhan is also avoided in the fashion circle. Maybe it's because you can't stand the malicious rumors of the black fans. This photographer chose to stand up and speak for Xiao Zhan, telling the real reason for the cancellation has nothing to do with Xiao Zhan. It has something to do with the CP group who only thinks about knocking sugar. At that moment, the two cooperated only twice, and the photographer stood up to support Xiao Zhan. He also commented on him as professional, dedicated, polite, sincere, and regrettable. Being able to give such a high evaluation is enough to show that there is no problem with Xiao Zhan's character. The problem is the opponents who are jealous of his popularity. The editor has something to say. Although Xiao Zhan is a decent person, he is also a clear-headed person. Everything he experienced in 2020 has allowed him to grow up quickly. Some people say that he is not as close as he used to be. I think this is a performance of growing up. Although the process was a bit cruel, the result was good. With these experiences, I think Xiao Zhan's next acting career will go more and more smoothly. The content of this article is original, please do not carry it. The picture is partly from the internet. If there is any infringement, please contact us to inform the deletion. Thank you. How popular is Xiao Zhan? Just released the Skybridge blockbuster. Netizens picked out the location and checked in overnight. Xiao Zhan's studio releases food late at night. Xiao Zhan, an abstinence boy, is online, taking you to experience Skybridge story. Kai Ding, the top leader of the shrimp ring healing department, celebrates his birthday. Zwilling president said Xiao Zhan will have a surprise in October.